Welcome to another tutorial on StereoPhotoMaker. This time I'd like to talk a little bit about the help. If you have StereoPhotoMaker up and you click on help and then click on help within that menu, you will normally get cannot find help file. And this is because when you normally download and install StereoPhotoMaker, it comes without the help file. If you look at the uh, page where you downloaded it, you might have downloaded, for example, this latest version, which will not have the help file in the zip. But this much older version, it says it includes the help file. In principle, you could download that and unzip it and put the help file in the area where you downloaded the current version. And I've tried that, and it doesn't really work. The help file, at least under Windows 10, the menu is there, but if you click on things in the menu, they don't actually display. So that's a drag and unfortunate. So really, the only way to get to StereoPhotoMaker help is using the URL that I've given in the description. And just to say a few words about that, and obviously you're using this in a web browser. This is the main page, and just glancing at this, you might think that it ends here, but that's not true. If I scroll down, there's tons more information categorized by things like batch processing, slideshow functions, printing, etc. So this goes down a long way, and just about anything you might be interested in a tutorial on how to do will have one. For example, if I type, slideshow, here's the slideshow function. I can create a custom slideshow with the mixed stereo format and optional sound. Click on that, and you've got a whole tutorial on doing that. So that's useful. There are a couple of other useful things here. There's a link for basic operations. These are really very basic operations, but if you're just getting started, it's probably useful. There's also a page that shows you all the shortcuts and the toolbar icons and what they do, somewhat more complete than my tutorial on a tour of the toolbar. So that's very helpful, especially if you're the kind of person who really likes keyboard shortcuts. There's also a list of the menu options in all the various menus. So, for example, in the File menu, here are all the things that you'll find there. And so that's helpful too if you see an option and you're not sure what it does. So going back to StereoPhotoMaker here, just look at a couple of the other options in the help. I mentioned using the URL in the description here. If I go to, you'd think that if I click on Help Web, that I will get there as well, but it's a different URL, and it, in fact, doesn't load. It's a dead link. So I've put in a help request or a fix request on that. So maybe that'll get fixed by the time you actually view this. Another thing you can get is find out what version you're at. This happens to be the very latest version, 6.33. And a somewhat obscure option, not sure why it's in the help, but you have the option to remove all registry entries. And the reason for that is that all your preferences and numbers that you enter in various menus get stored in the registry. And if you manage to corrupt that in some way that breaks StereoPhotoMaker, or in a few cases I've found that entering numbers that are too big will crash StereoPhotoMaker and eventually disable that option. So in principle, anyway, you can cure that by clicking on this to remove all registry entries. But once again, best way to get help is to go to the URL in the description, and that should do it. Thanks for watching.